Hello there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Yes, we're back on SnowRunner and back on the modded map, the Guyette Expanse. Um, or I should say the map mod. That makes more sense. Made by Mikey SnowRunner or Mikey Z1701E, however you wish to identify them or however they wish to identify themselves. Whether by internet or by their PayPal, which you can go ahead and donate to at Mikey SnowRunner. So all of their info, including the map info and a link to the mod.io page, if you wish to go through there and not through the games or through the in-game mod manager, you can go through that link as well. But yep, if you'd like to know anything about the map, all the information is down below, or you can just click that link and go over there and whatnot, and comment, do all the stuff you like to do. But it is what it is, and I want to apologize early on about me being a little bit slow today. It's been it's not been the greatest week or weekend, so things have been a little bit behind, I should say. Uh, they have been just a little bit behind. But we're still going to continue. We're still going to go ahead and play. So if you remember, through the last couple of episodes, we've been collecting all the trucks that have been laid out on the map. So there's a few modded trucks here that I've bought that are mine. So all the ones on this side are all mine that we're using today. And as well as, so all these trucks are for basically the little museum we're going to have here at the shop. So we can go ahead and we're going ahead and we're collecting all those, as well as we're um, completing all the rescue missions right now. So it's been a trip. But these are all the vehicles on the map currently, or not all the vehicles, but all the vehicles we found so far, and from missions as well. Oh, and I should also mention too, if you see any graphical oddities, just ignore them. My graphics card is failing. It's dying a very, very slow death, and it tends to hate life and tends to drop the FPS or cause graphical errors. Just little bits here and there. Just one of them things. And if you hear the audio suddenly cut out, let's go ahead and get back into our. So we're using the dev tools here to try and. We're not using them to play the game. We're just using them for free cam, just for fun. Um, yeah, we're going ahead and use this tow truck for right now. See what kind of trouble we can get into. Because it's a smaller tow truck, easier to maneuver and stuff. But yeah, if you hear the audio cut out like this, just like that, that just means I alt-tab. That's all that means. Just in case. Because we have been getting some newer players, some newer subscribers and stuff like that. So in case they're new to watching this and they don't know what's going on, you know, just know that we're playing a modded map and we're looking at doing and using other mods to play it, and we're looking at doing some missions today. And also, every time I always forget this. So every time the HUD is always on immersive mode, and the reason I do that is because immersive mode allows me to take screenshots. So if I find a particular screenshot that I like, or a shot that I like that I'm going to take a screenshot of, I put it in immersive mode to get rid of all the HUD and stuff like that. You see all the trucks. So we're going to go ahead and do. Um, I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, I forgot. There's a telehandler out there that we do not have yet. We're going to go ahead and grab that, and that's not going to be grabbable with this thing. thing needs to be either on a trailer or a flatbed truck, which we have a flatbed truck right here. Whoops. That's not what I meant. I like how you can drive it before it starts. But yeah. Like I said before, it's not been a very good week for me. I've had some troubles, so that's why I'm a little bit slow today. I won't bother you with the details, but just know that that's what's going on in case you are curious about that. Okay, so which way do we need to go? We need to go over to the farm, which I'm not exactly sure where that's at the current moment. Let's see, here's the thing. Oh, so which way is the way? Okay, so that road there, that's the road I think we need to take. And then we take this little right here and we go up and over this way, and that'll take us over to over here. Yes, okay. There's also a truck out this way too. The Sprinter. Which, if we can get in the Sprinter, what is it called? It's called Azov Sprinter. We could pick that up on the way back. Azov 4220 and Antarctic. Azov, there it is, the Sprinter. Okay, so we can get in it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab that as well on our way back. Try and grab at least 2 trucks. It'd be awesome if this had an axle lift. I don't think we can put an axle lift on it, to be honest. I don't think the mod author has allowed for that type of gameplay. But we'll give it a try. Frame add-ons. You might be able to do it if you had the short flatbed. Oh, the axle lift, yeah, it's not available. Really wish he made it available though, because like I said, the flatbed truck that I drove, the flatbed tow truck that I drove for had an axle lift, so you could haul 2 cars. And if you were really cheeky with it, you could haul 3. And by that I mean like stuffing the one car or the front car all the way to the very front of the bed, and then stuff the other car just behind it in the back end, like the tires would be near the end or near the edge of the bed, and then you would haul the third car on the axle lift. Actually, it was a tire lift, but as you could say. Oh, here we go again. This stupid area. I dislike it so much. It's like, I don't have to go this way, but I am determined. I am committed. And this time, I guess I did not forget that I had all-wheel drive and diff lock. All-wheel drive is usually enough. But yeah, this time I did not forget. I don't know. I guess I just completely blocked it out. I had all-wheel drive last time. Like usually when I get stuck, I look at the menu. But in my spouts of random bullcrap that I always do while talking on these games, I'm hoping that I might turn the audio down ever so slightly. Does that say it? Yes, it does. Okay. Turn the audio down ever so slightly. It's a little too loud for my tastes. We don't want it overpowering my voice. And you guys can't hear what I'm saying. Well, I guess I don't say anything important anyway, so it really doesn't matter, but, you know. Okay, so we go left, and then we go right. Mm-hmm. So I think this unreasonably steep hill is where we need to go. If I was to say anything about the slopes and stuff like that, definitely practice on slope making before you put the road down might be something to consider. Shift up, come on. Too lazy to go on automatic. Well, actually, they didn't design this game with automatics in mind. So yeah, we just keep going straight and just follow it around. Yeah, they did not design this game with manuals in mind, only automatics. That's what I meant to say. So when people try to make their own manuals for their own trucks or for the trucks, it doesn't exactly work out too well. Like, and I'm guessing they did that because they didn't want you being able to drive too fast. Uh-oh, causing a lot of damage. This truck is prone to braking. That's the way it is, though. I'm also driving way faster than the game allows. Look at all that damage. Oh, there goes our suspension. See, we're bottomed out. We're riding on the axles. Where we got repair points. Repair. There we go. So I put it in reverse to turn on that little backlight. That's right there. You can kind of see that little LED strip. And then use this, roll back controls, and we'll get zoom her on back. I want to lift the truck up off the ground. Change truck. I gotta see how this works here. Forklift fast mode. So LB, raise and lower, retract. I think I need to back up a bit. There we go. Yeah, tilt that back. When we lay it flat, be sitting up just a little bit. I want to see what the inside of this thing looks like. Meep. There we go. Huh. Actually looks pretty nice. Yeah, not too bad. Let's just drive it on up there. It wasn't quite straight. It wants to drift. Okay. Neat. I gotta put this on. Put this on down. Down. Oh. Down we go. Okay. Gotta start the engine so we have hydraulic power. Anybody remember the old PTO systems? Uh, the engage the old PTO systems. Where you had that big old handle, you had to push in the clutch, and then you'd had to pull a handle on the floorboard up, and it engaged the PTO. I just remember we had a broken dump truck once, a long time ago, that had an old PTO system where you had to do that. But the problem was, um, in order to make the PTO work, you had to pull this cable and hold it, which was down by the framing behind the cab. It was a really strange place uh, for that to do what it was doing. It was just not fun because you had to be right next to the bed while lifting and lowering it. So dangerous. And that was the only way to operate that one, just because it was broken. All right, off on our way. Look at the little fenders shake, little plastic fenders. Okay, we're gonna go grab that Sprinter and pull it behind us. Oh, that's what's damaging me, the little ice chunklets coming out of the snow. Yeah, nice little telehandler just kind of hanging out. I think isn't this like a free DLC? Something like that? Like, it's not very useful, the telehandler, but uh, it's a thing. I guess you could pull out small scout vehicles with it. If scout vehicles got stuck in bed. Okay, yeah. Just gotta follow this road up. Climb up this unreasonably steep hill. Ah, can't see. The darn sun is blocking my eyesight. I think that Sprinter's over by that house there. Slow down, slow your roll. Want to get into any accidents? Yeah. And then we just gotta take a right. I think it's over by that. Yeah, I can see it. It's over by that house. So I guess we just go up here. Yeah, that's definitely not the way. How are you meant to get over there? Wonder if it drives. Might just go and steal it. Bring it up here. Actually, might be from that side. Yeah, I think it's from that side. We gotta go around. No. Stupid steep hills and their steepness. Always blocking my way to get to places. Sorry about your mailbox. Such an easy thing to knock over, too. Alrighty. Come here, Sprinter. Let's see if we can get a good hook up here. There we go. Let's go. Actually, might pull straight if we. There. So it might pull a little straighter if we do that. There's gonna be no front end left of that Sprinter when we get back. Right in the middle of the dead of the night. Freaking guy just come and stole your racing truck, your rally truck. That's what this is. This is a freaking rally truck. It's for being on a big old rally course. I used to be into rally for racing style. That rally was really cool. Plus, if you're a rally driver, got a big old team and whatnot, you get to travel the world, man. You get to go to all kinds of cool places to dangerously drive your car. I was going to get into rallycross a long time ago. I had a car to do it too. I had a 2000 Dodge Stratus that had a blown engine. Oops. Let's see what I mean by the front end being gone. But yep, 2000 Dodge Stratus that had a blown engine, and I was going to tear the engine out of it, throw in a racing motor that allowed me to race it. I even had the list of all the stuff I was going to need. Didn't get very far past the list. As soon as I started into the list, I went, nope, too expensive. I was a naive kid, okay. I was really dumb. I was just like, that would be really cool, though. Turn that thing into a rallycross track. We actually have, not in the state I live in, but in the state next to us, they actually do have a rallycross track that allows people to enter. They just pay a fee, sign a waiver, and they do an inspection of the car and of you and your gear, and they go, yep, yay or nay on whether they're gonna let you race. That's really all that's required. It's kind of like the Econos class I used to race as well. If you don't know what an Econo class is, it's a class of race cars that race on a dirt circle track, and they are the lowest class possible. Basically, you get a four-door sedan, a four-door American sedan. Usually, most people go with the Chevy Caprice because it's got to be of a certain wheelbase. And it also has to be the original motor and transmission that came in that car. Actually, I don't know about the transmission part. They might have been more recent or something. I don't know. I just remember hearing that. But yeah, I had a car built for me that was built on the Jeep. But yeah, you grab a '86 Cutlass uh, or not '86 Cutlass, like a mid to late '80s Chevy Caprice or anything like that, like the Men in Black cars, if you want a reference to go by. So basically, that kind of vehicle. And what you do is you take that vehicle, you strip it of all its innards, um, everything plastic, everything glass, um, everything leather. Basically, anything that can catch a fire is removed out of the car. Anything that can shatter into little pieces is removed from the car. The only thing that's left by the time you're done with it is the body, the frame, the suspension, the tires, the engine and transmission, and the steering wheel and the steering column. That's the only thing that's left in that car when you're done with it. Um, and for ease of working on, what we do is we take our hoods off of the car. We'll take the hinge spring out, and then we'll weld four basically metal posts in each of the four corners, and then drill holes in the hood that line up with those pins or those posts, those steel posts, and then we drop the hood on there, line it up, and then put all the pins in. And the reason we do that is for ease of access. Because opening and closing the hood, the latch system can get damaged, the hinge system can get damaged during a race, and if you need to access the engine quickly, the one thing you're not going to do is try to open that hood if it's hinged and latched, because if it gets damaged, it's not going to open. So you're going to be stuck trying to open it. And then the trunk system, though, on the other hand, is a little bit different. The trunk still is hinged, but you get rid of the latching mechanism. So if you get rear-ended, the latching mechanism's not there to be broken, and you can still access the hood. It's just two more posts and a couple more pins that hold the panel down or hold it down. And then inside the trunk area is where the fuel cell goes. What they call the fuel cell, and it's mounted about in the middle of the trunk with a steel cage around it and reinforcement, so that if you do get into an accident, you don't start a fire or get a crushed tank which could explode, anything like that. And then we're going to change truck over to that one. Unpack this. Not do that. Yeah. Neat. Okay. Forklift. Okay. Go. Did you see the damage that came up? Uh-oh. I'm dragging the other vehicle backwards. Hold on. See if we can lift this truck up. Break the game a little. It's a forklift, you gotta have fun with it, right? Lift it up by the... Oops. Stop rolling away from me. Oh, yep, too heavy. Whee! Oh, heck yeah. Meep. I used to do this kind of stuff all the time with forklifts. Well, maybe not forklifts, but loaders and stuff. Just to stand it up on his wheels, on two wheels and stuff like that, just to have fun. Yeah. Very heavy duty telehandler we got going on here. This is made by Cat. This thing's got to be really expensive. Oh, can we not put it in the garage? Oh, no. Okay, it's just because I was... What kind of customization can you do to this thing? Nothing. Advanced special? Suspension, stock. I don't even... This is what I don't get why games do this, right? If you're not going to have an option to change to, don't have the option there at all. Don't make me go, oh, they have engine options. Oh, never mind. It's like, you. Uh, that's just a... no, I don't want to purchase anything. I just wanted to see. Oh, we can do the wide forks. Oh, those ones you have... so the way these ones work is you lift up the fork a little bit to move them in. Oh no, no, these ones are hydraulic. Never mind. I see it now. Um, some of the older ones, it would just be that top bar there. It'd just be the top bar and you just slide it in. But these ones are hydraulic, so these are adjustable. Yeah, these ones are not adjustable. Well, they are adjustable, but these ones are not. They're not hydraulic. So these ones you slide them in and out on the little rod there, or slide them on the little rod there to adjust for different types of stuff you're trying to lift. But these ones are hydraulic. These are nice. Okay, so nothing. I like how the Caterpillar rims. Again, why put the option there if you're not going to have any options in the first place? Stop giving me the illusion of options. And it's not the lack of options that's irritation. That's irritant for me. It's the promise of options to then swiftly and to swiftly just cast them aside. I guess. I don't know. That's just to me. That's one of them things that you really shouldn't do. You know, the old scenario of you're trying to trick me. It's a rear steer too. Oh no, this is a four steer. Never mind. I can't see camera. Camera, thank you. Sheesh. Camera is still horrendous. Just park that little guy right in front of this door. It's yellow, so I can't hit it. Not true at all. Let's put it all the way down. Yeah. By the way, always a good tip to follow. If you're driving anything with hydraulics, always put the hydraulics all the way down when you park it for sitting for long periods of time. Unless it needs to hold up something, which you should probably never be in that situation anyway, because the hydraulics can fail. And that's why you always put the hydraulics down. Put them in their normal resting position. And if they're needed to be holding up something overnight or whatever, maybe you should reconsider that. Just in case. Because, like I said, if that hydraulic pressure fails in any way, like the hose blows, the seal blows out of it, anything like that, what's holding up any kind of weight, that hydraulic will come crashing down. There's no safety. Hydraulic dump trucks are the only ones that could have their beds up in the air and be parked that way because they have little safety bars that you set the bed down on. Okay, so now that we've rescued a few other trucks, I don't think there's any more other than like trailers and such. Trailers don't concern me, so not a big deal. There's a truck there, but we're going to leave that there. We're going to need it. There's another truck here, but I think it goes to that old mission, or the old mission there. I read old and went, yep, old mission. It goes to that mission there. Third, lost control. Let's start tracking that one. Oh, that's this one. That's the one where they, yeah, we had a suspension component break on and the fifth wheel snapped off after the trailer disconnected. Again, I don't know if that's possible, to the fifth wheel plate to snap completely off of the truck. I think I've talked about this before. I'm not going to argue about it. It's just, if that was a real life scenario, I would be really curious to find out why that happened and how that was even possible. Because that's I know the fifth wheel plate. I've actually put one on a semi before. I know that it's like what do you call it? Anyway, that fifth wheel plate is bolted on with like 100 bolts. Not quite 100. That's a bit over exaggeration, but it's a lot of bolts. And I'm also trying to think too, what can I use to haul that trailer back? So it's going to be a saddle low. So we could use one of the semis we got around here. I'm thinking... Thinking maybe we use the... We could also buy a truck too. Just, buy a truck. Would be awesome is if they had a fifth wheel plate, or the fifth wheel plate little trailers that you see in the docking yards. What is it called? It's a dolly. It's a trailer dolly. That's specifically for hooking up to... that one there is specifically for hooking up to trucks that don't have a fifth wheel plate. I don't think this game has one. It might be a mod if it was to have one. I know it exists in American Truck Sim, and as far as games go, and usually they use those on like docks and stuff. It's a little dolly. You can hook it up to a pintle hitch, and it'll take the load of the trailer as if it was hooked up to a semi. And you could tow it around. It's actually pretty neat invention. What kind of trailers? I don't think we have a trailer that'd be able to do that, huh? That'd be a nice mod, though. Yeah, it'd be about this size as well. Little fifth wheel plate connection on there. I don't think this game would be able to do that, to be completely honest. Wait, what am I doing? Don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking of this as a real life scenario, going back to my tow trucking days that I had. That was short lived. Um, that's just because I was working for a family member. So, and he just happened to have a or he had a tow trucking, a 24-hour tow trucking service. So yeah, we're just gonna do this the stupid way, so we don't have far to go anyways. But I call this the stupid way because normally you would not do this. We need this truck anyway. But basically, what I'm about to do is I'm about to flip that trailer over. Um, no, you can't. Not in this game, anyway. I was going to hook up that trailer to that truck. Okay. Yeah, you can't do that. Hmm. How do I want to do this then? Because I'm going to need a truck that has a fifth wheel plate. And I don't want to mess with the museum trucks. I was thinking I could hook that trailer back up, but no, that ain't going to happen. Um, I'm blocking the garage, aren't I? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna buy a cheeky little truck, little cheeky little semi truck that we can just pull. We could buy that. That's it. Locked DLC. Yeah, this one that'll work. Customize. We just need a little semi truck that can Here we go. Bring that on. That can haul a semi trailer. We'll just pull it along. Obviously, we don't care about the. Oh, they do have a tow truck add-on. A flatbed tow trucking. Huh. I didn't realize they had one. So it's gonna be saddle low. So let's go with that. What else can we throw on this thing? Hmm, I don't know. We'll just leave that. We'll leave that. Yeah, we'll raise the suspension so we can put some mud tires on there. I don't know if I'm high enough level. Let's see. Yeah, this is the other reason I hate this thing. The tires are not good. It's like, off-road is excellent. Mud is in the good range. That's about it. We'll just go with these, I guess. We don't worry about the winch. Uh, Gaugeable. Running low on money. That's locked anyway. Starkle? Yeah, sure. 800 bucks. Gaugeable all-wheel drive. Oh, we've already got the add-on. I don't care about sun visor. Lights. We could do lights. Yeah, sure. Some mud flaps. Want some mud flaps? Some steel mud flaps. Heck yeah. Oh, we won't worry about it. I like the flat cap exhaust. It's not bad. Where's those old rims? Yeah, these ones are always cool. These are trailer house rims, by the way. If you ever know how, if you ever see trailer houses in a trailer park, these type of rims are usually used because they can remove it. They can remove the tire without removing the rim. You just take those 6 bolts around the outer perimeter there, um, and they basically have little wedges underneath those bolts. So when you tighten down the bolt, the wedge pushes um, the inner rim or pushes against the outer rim to center it. Um, I stopped using them because, well, people got dumber about that type of stuff. I like the original color, but I want to change it slightly. This one has blue in it, but I don't see no blue. I don't know what you're talking about there, game. This one's not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that, I think. Sure. It's like I spent all my money. Oh yeah. Got a really old truck with some mud tires on it. Kind of meh. And some really crappy brakes. Alright. So we're gonna take this out. Wait. Do we want this one? Or do we want the other one? Either or is fine. We'll take the tater out, sure. We'll just hook up to the axles, tow it like we would normally. Okay. Back to functions. Left controls. Fork controls, that's what I want. Bring those in. That's about there. Oops. Wrong thing. Whoa. And the camera's really screwed up with this. There's too many things to select. Okay. Let's see if I can wiggle this. There we go. Okay, that's now packed. And then this lift controls. Bring it in a little bit. Okay. Fine. Oh, I locked the brakes. Oops. Oop, forgot I did that. Start over. Back down. That's why it wasn't working like it should. It doesn't want to stay on there. That's the only problem. Okay. How about that? Don't know if that worked. I think it's connected. Yeah, she connected. Perfect. That's exactly where I want that. That's how you tow these. Let's go. Whee! Uh-oh. It become unpacked. Wow. If it tipped over. That's interesting. So the cargo or the truck itself doesn't have to tip. If the cargo tips, then I gotta re-put that back on there. But if the cargo tips itself, then it'll just unpack itself as well. Interesting. That was a good test. Wasn't meaning to test for that, but there it is. Now that we've christened the new truck. Now we'll tow it properly. It's not how axle lifts truly work. They don't just attach themselves by some invisible force. And forks are supposed to go up to the axles, but the only problem is the game doesn't have the axle lift actually go onto the axles. Or the mod doesn't, I mean. So it becomes a problem. Try and get this all in one go. I don't think this axle lift is working all too well. Like some trucks it works okay with, but some of them it doesn't. Just doesn't work that well. Oh, there's some boulders in the road. Oh. Come on, you. I know you don't want to go to work. You want to play dead, but I know you're not. I know you're just playing. So let's go. As well as don't ever hook to the axle lift to try to tow something that way. The axle lift is on a hydraulic arm, and if you pull too hard, you could rip that hydraulic arm off because it's not pulling evenly. But yeah, those axle lifts, I believe they screw out. Um, to that extent, and there's also other axle lifts you can put in to that. As well. Okay, here we are at the scene. Okay, that's flipped over. Alright, refuel. There we go. Alrighty. Probably should have. Well, I guess the rollback wouldn't have been long enough. I don't think. Need to get this vehicle up on the road, or at least close to where I can get in front of it. So I need to be kind of straight while hooking this up. Anyway. So I can use the axle lift. Stand outwards. I can't exactly go any lower. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this a different way. Just wants to turn that axle lift for some reason. Okay, stop it. Stop trying to turn the axle lift. Just sit down on it. Sit down on it nicely, please. He doesn't want to sit down on it nicely for some reason. Okay. Now we should be able to pack it from there. Okay. So, restore crane is what we need. There. Now she's all straight and narrow. And we'll repair it when we get there. No, GMC, that's what I'm looking for. No, the other one. Oh. this one. This thing is so useless. Hey, there we go. I called it useless and it decided, I'll show you. I'll show you, useless. Yeah, this thing just sucks all around. You can't get amazing mud tires for it. Anything like that. And in the normal story mode, in order to unlock all the upgrades, you got to go through, I think, all 3 maps just to get the upgrades for this thing. That's your first truck that you start with. Okay, then we're gonna get this turned around. You're probably wondering, why did you buy a truck? You had one of these already. It's like, I don't want to mess with the museum trucks. That's my answer. Those are not to be modified or disturbed. Okay, let's get up on the road here. Oh, not that one. That one. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. Hold on. I think it's the axle lift that might be causing me some grief. Yeah, it's the axle lift causing me grief. Oh, is that not packed? More? Must have unpacked itself somehow. Holy crap, I am in the mud. I am really deep. This is not good. I'm having a hard time turning around. That's the only problem with the old axle lift. You can't make wide turns. This OP truck is no longer OP. It's got some issues. It's because the axle lift can't turn very far, and it's already kind of turned weirdly. Just keep using the tree to pull our front end around. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, buddy. That's not a good place to be. I gotta put the axle lift down. That's way too high. There we go. Wonder if I could hook this to that. Yes. I have some hard issues here. Especially if I... This is going to be a very slow drive all the way back to the garage. I get you up here so you can push if necessary. Yeah, we pulled the cable through the cab, drilled a hole on the other side, pulled the cable through that hole, and then put the hook back on it and hooked it to the other truck. That's how that works, right? Nice and easy. Really tip that truck back there. It's a big old line of trucks now. The game is not happy with my axle lift. I think we're overdriving that other truck now. That other truck can't go very fast, so... The only reason I left the engine on is so I didn't have to do all the pulling by myself. Like I said, we'll fix it when we get there. That way if we incur damages, then we can fix them afterwards. Cut across this way. Pull. Uh-oh, I'm sinking. Give me a push. Don't drive alongside. Sheesh. You're useless. You know that. I'm talking about the GMC, by the way. Let's go. We're almost there. Just leave that there for the moment. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's a slight hitbox underneath there. That's invisible. It's causing issues. There we go. Bring it over to the area, we'll fix it, and then we'll pull it through. Oh, now we're causing even more damage. Alright, repair. There we go. Semi-truck. Oops. Sorry. Back over to that GMC. The front end of this thing is destroyed. try to pre-trip our equipment, but can't catch everything. Unfortunately, luckily the driver was unscathed. If you miss that on a pre-trip and that trailer comes off, oh man, you better hope that no one's around. uh, that's what I call in the trucking business a person that no longer has a CDL. Because if you miss that in a pre-trip, they're more than likely going to pull it. You know, if that kind of stuff gets found out, because dude, that's real bad. It has happened. I will say it has happened. Trailers outrunning trucks going down the highway, and it usually ends up in multiple people getting hurt. I say usually, it doesn't always, but man, that's bad. All right, we'll use this as our little trailer grabber if we need it. Just slam it into the boss's car so he can't go home. Since apparently I work for somebody. Alright. Give this thing one last repair, and then we're going to park it for the museum. We just got so many vehicles. It's a freaking... I'm like a truck dealership now. For all your trucking needs. Come down to Whitestone Trucking. I was gonna say Whitestone Automotive, but then I'm like, nah, that doesn't make any sense because that's for passenger vehicles or gasoline vehicles, if you will. For diesel, I think they just call it diesel shops, repair shops, truck mechanic, truck surgeon. I don't know. It depends on where you go. But when you say an automotive shop, usually you're referring to the gasoline vehicles. All right. Look at that, beautiful. Back that up just a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So now what mission do we take on? Abnormal driver. Large semi-fuel tank. Saddle low required. Since our normal driver took a week off, does that make you our abnormal driver? Just go with it, you'll get paid, yeah. Is at our normal employee's place and is filled up. Be our demo driver and bring her to the HQ, please. Turns out there's some damage on the trailer. Get a hold of our road assist crew to see where you should fix it up. Huh. So that's where the mission... Oh, this is where we gotta go. Hmm. Guess we're gonna take the GMC. That's got a saddle low on it. Alright. Beep. Little air horn. Or train horn. Now let's finish putting the upgrades on this that we can anyway. And this old interior brings me back, man. Oh my gosh. It's so old. So reminiscent. Like I've drove styles like this, the big old square nose. I think this is a better engine. Gearbox, we're gonna go off-road, obviously. Oop, I hit B and A at the same time. Whoops. So these are the biggest tires. It's a 47s. We need to be ranked 12 to unlock the chains, but we won't have ice tires until then. For that specific one, anyway. So yeah, we've got the best tires on there. Winch, maybe a higher rank, high power, extended medium. I will take not enough money. Oh, I'm out of money. What did I run? Oh, I bought the engine. Okay, well. Gosh, let's go. Wish I could zoom the camera back a little bit so we could see more of the interior. There probably is a way, but eh. Yep, just looking at this, it brings back memories. The old turn signal there, she's yep, that's an old mechanical switch, a metal handle and all that. I think we need to go this way, don't we? Yeah, because we gotta get over there. And the only way to get over there is from over here. Okay. We'll do first person as well. Love the old stick shifter with the little high-low side switch. Old mechanical windows. Oh yeah. The entire dash, I believe, in this truck is made of metal, isn't it? I can't remember. If these had been... Look at this. This thing sucks. It's cool, though. It's a neat little thing from the past. Oh my gosh. We're gonna need a tow truck to pull this, aren't we? We're gonna need something that can pull this damn thing. Sheesh. Oh, there's the throttle up for running hydraulics and such. These ones had lap belts as well. Heck yeah. Good old lap belts. There's the... Actually, don't know where the PTO switch would be in this if it had one. Probably be on the floorboard if I had to guess. I like how there's the shifter stuff on the left side here. There's a few other informational bits, but they have these little. They used to have these little metal plates that had information printed out on them. They were metal plates riveted to, like you see on the doors here. Sometimes they'd be riveted to a part of the dash or something. And that way you knew what the shifter was doing, where you needed to put it for the gears and such. And they used to be metal plates, but that was expensive, I bet. Big old tin plates with and the letters weren't printed as like a sticker on them. No, they were. I don't know what you would call it. It's not engraved, but it's the opposite of engraved. It's where the letters popped out. Like you could physically feel the letters and the drawings and stuff on these. We need to get onto that road, but I don't want to get stuck out there in the snow. I think this will take us to the road. I think, anyway. think this is a trailer brake behind the steering wheel here. I believe that's a trailer brake there, or the Jake brake, as some people call it. Wait, no, that'd be. I don't remember. Because there's two different brakes you can employ, or three different brakes, I guess you could say. The engine braking, the automatic engine braking. Those were always loud too. Because people would take their exhausts, they take the mufflers off of them. You just be driving down the road and you just hear as it slowing down. Oh man. I had one that was loud too, but that was just because I had an exhaust leak on the passenger side. You couldn't hear nothing in the cab when that thing went off. I didn't use it very much. It was only used for emergency slowdowns when I needed to slow down quickly and I didn't want to burn my brakes up. Come on, truck, you can do it. Push. Nice and easy, nice and slow. I still have a feeling we're going to get stuck somewhere. Okay, we need to keep going. Yeah, so we got to go through that checkpoint and then across the massive bridge. No, across the first massive bridge, and then we need to get over there. Okay. Also, now I got mud everywhere. I love how mud gets inside the cab somehow. I had the window up. Oh yeah, and then these old mirrors right here. You see these old mirrors? They had buffers to keep them from shaking too much, but if you were sat there idle, you couldn't see anything in that mirror hardly. Everything would be a blur. It'd just be sitting there vibrating. So what you had to do was you had to, if you wanted to see out of that mirror and you were sitting there idle, you could rev up the motor, give it a few extra revs, and it would smooth it back out. Because when you're driving down the road, the mirrors are pretty smooth, but when you're sitting there idle, they sit there and vibrate. And I bet you this is even more of a rough ride than it appears to be. Oops, I went too far somehow. There's a road there, no? Yeah, because I've been over there a few times. I've been between these rocks a few times. Just gotta figure out where that breaking point is, I guess. It's not there, it's one up. Oh, it's by the flat rock, okay. You know, that could be one way of making an intersection. When it's like all mud and stuff like that. Dirt. Or it's out in the middle of nowhere. Is to have like a rock asset just underneath the area where it's just kind of poking out. Be kind of interesting. I don't think I'm supposed to go this way, but I'm gonna go this way. Ram down some trees. So I want to go down here. Yeah, just like that. I'll go by this house. I like this old GMC, but in the realm of SnowRunner, it's kind of useless because of the upgrades and tires and such. You can never get excellent mud tires. It's only, they're good. You know, they're good in the mud, which they are. But once we've got a load, this job is going to get a whole lot harder. go. Across this scary bridge. We can get repaired here if we need any repairs. I might get some fuel here. Yeah, we don't have anything really broken. It's just visual. Oh, and speaking of filling up, I've also been asked in real life, you know, as people see me they see me driving a truck. Like, do you guys really fuel with the truck running? Yes, yes, we do fuel our trucks. Not every trucker does it. Some people do it, some people don't. It's just a thing. But yeah, I think most truckers do. They just pull into the station, they leave their trucks running, they get out, they go in there, get the pump turned on, and start pumping fuel with the truck still running. It's because diesel doesn't light a fire like gasoline does. This is why you shouldn't be running your vehicle, your gasoline vehicle. You should not be running that while fueling up. It can be very, very dangerous. Because if there's a problem with your ignition system or anything like that, ignition system, any kind of electrical wiring, especially being usually electronic fuel pumps, which are inside the tank, if any of those start a spark or anything like that, it can light the fumes coming off of the gasoline. It's a lot harder to do nowadays, but yeah, any kind of spark can light that fuel ablaze immediately. But when it comes to diesel, diesel doesn't need spark to explode, catch a fire, stuff like that. Like you can still light diesel on fire. It's just considerably harder to do so. Say that. I'm connecting to a tree behind me. I'm having trouble getting up this hill. Oh. Might just be the fact that slipping on the snow. Yeah, I'm just slipping on the snow. Once we get some weight back there, it might not be so bad. Come on, truck, go! Go, truck, go. Why? I just have no traction out here. I've got my foot to the floor, by the way. This is how you play SnowRunner normally. With vanilla. This is how you play vanilla SnowRunner. About 2 miles an hour for about 95% of your gameplay. That's the reason why you accumulate 1,000,000 hours on this game. It's because doing one job can take you many hours. If you're doing vanilla. This is why I don't like to do it. I've already been through this ball ache of a game. This game's a very big ball ache. Yeah, I've already been through it a bunch of times. I have done every single mission in Michigan twice. And I've done 1.5 mission sets of Alaska. So I finished Alaska, did every single mission, and then I went back to Alaska again. Uh-oh. I can't see. It's muddy in here. There's a mud leak. I mean, you got past the first bridge yet, man. Sucks. This is why I hate the vanilla vehicles. Most of them just suck. It's like, I like this old GMC, I do, but damn it, does it suck. This game. We've reached what, probably, I don't think that was 20, 30 mile an hour. I seriously doubt that. Game is lying to you there. Alright, down the rabbit hole we go. Whoa! Just all of a sudden speed. And the brakes are terrible in this truck as well. This is an air brake system as well. You can see them down there in the bottom left. You got a red switch and a yellow switch. Well, they're pull-outs and push-ins, but... Yep, so in order to drive with an air brake system, you got to push both of those knobs in. Both air supply, and they basically supply air to the brakes to allow you to move. Because when you pull out the yellow one, then it parks the truck for you. And it pops both of them out. One's for the trailer, one's for the truck. You push both of them in if you have a trailer. That's what I meant. I should have said that. You don't just want to push both of them in. It loses a lot of air. Let's see, can I? Yeah. This damn thing's in the way. Get out of here. This thing would have... I'm afraid to touch this, by the way. Afraid it's going to go rolling down the hill when I try to get connected to it. I'm not going to be able to lower the landing gear, unfortunately. To be able to hook it in, but we can get close. I'm trying to do this as if I was in real life. Close enough. Alright, we got some weight on the back of us now. Maybe we'll have some traction. That also means we'll be sinking in the mud a lot easier as well. Now, normally you don't just hook up to a trailer and go. You gotta hook up air hoses, electrical wires, air hoses so you can release the trailer brakes and have brakes being able to be supplied to the trailer when you need them, as well as electrical for lights. And then of course you gotta lock the fifth wheel plate, raise the landing gear, all that stuff. And since we're out in the real cold, bitter stuff, this trailer, as long as it sat, could have possibly had moisture get down into the airlines and freeze up the airlines to where you can't get air pressure in there, so you can't release the brakes. Happens when it's hooked up to the truck as well, in the bitter cold, stuff like that. That's why if it's going to get down below freezing, the best advice I have for you is to shut your truck down and empty out the air tanks before it freezes. Empty out the air tanks entirely, which you can do by usually pressing. There's like a little nipple thing on the air tank. Usually it'll have like a wire attached to it you could pull on that'll allow air pressure to slip by. And you want to empty out your air tanks and then start your truck back up and build the air back up. What you're doing there is you're releasing all of the moisture through condensation. You're releasing all the moisture out of your air tanks. Some people use like they'll put like a little bit of oil in there, and it depends on what you want to do. I wouldn't recommend the oil. I would just recommend, unless you get down to really far below freezing, where like there's no way it's not going to be freezing out, you know, and you're getting like dang it down to negative 20s and negative 40s. You know, kind of like some of the states here in the U.S. up north, they get down to that cold. So a lot of truckers will use like a little bit of oil in the air lines to displace the moisture. But yeah, if you don't have that and you're not doing that, then you want to empty out the air tanks. Because it really sucks when you go to work in the morning, or you wake up in your truck in the morning to find out when you go to push that little knob in, that red one that's for the trailer. You push that in and your tires are not moving on your truck because your air lines are froze because they got moisture in them. So your trailer's froze up, so you're not able to move. Sometimes the truck freezes up too. It depends. But the trailer's most likely. Let's just follow this all the way back. Need some help? Let's put everything on. Not moving very fast anyway. Look at us just spinning. It's like even though we've got a bunch of weight back there, we still don't have the traction to keep on and moving. And it's just because this truck sucks. It really does. Just looking at all the little knobs and stuff that we used to have back in the day. Oh yes, and then the sliding with the cables. So these little knobs over here to basically do air control inside your vehicle had these little knobs that you would slide back and forth in these slots, and attached to those is a little plate. And okay, fine. Take the diff lock off. Jeez, it's not a hard surface. I can't move. I needed them. But yeah, it has a little plate attached to a wire, which opens that, which then through a set of, I think like a set of pulleys and stuff like that, similar to that, it would use these little cables to open and close doors inside your air duct system in the dash. And some of them would have like resistors on them and stuff like that to change states, whatnot. Some of them have like little contacts in there for like the fan speed. Have little contacts in there and basically a little wiper arm that would slide across a coil. And the further you got to one end of the coil, the faster the blower would spin, or the faster the blower would move. You know, stuff like that. Old technology. Gotta teach this younger generation about how hard it was. I mean, of course, I drove these trucks like way later. Like I'm not that old. You know, I'm not like 80 years old or anything. But yeah, I did drive some of these trucks. It was more because I was just driving old dump trucks and stuff. I don't think we can get up this hill. Meep. Oh, maybe. But down super low. Hey. Oh, I thought we were getting some traction. Oh, we're moving. Oh, lordy, we're moving. Look at us go. Are we actually moving? Actually, I don't know. Come on. You can do it. Alright, we'll have to use the trailer. There we go. Come on, truck. Uh-oh. I think we're out of pole. Uh-oh. I think we're out of give. I think this tree's gonna give us much more than that. It's gonna pull a trailer sideways more than anything. Yeah. That might help us a little if we can slide on over out of these mud tracks. Nope. Didn't help. If only I had enough money for the medium extended. Yep. I don't want to give up, but if we get over to one side. If we can get over to one side, we might be able to make this happen. A little bit of autosave lag there. I just need to get to one side. That's all. So we can have a little more traction on the snow here. So I don't want to go get another truck. Really don't. Oh, come on now. Let's go. turn this forward this forward pulling to a side pull. Uh-oh. That's not good. We are teetering here. Not good. Yeah, this ain't happening. This truck sucks. Almost made it up there, but man, there's one muddy hill right here. Oh, now I'm really stuck. That's a weird noise. Like I said, if I can just get myself onto one side or the other. Then maybe I can get up this hill. That's all it's gotta take, though. Just gotta get some traction. That's probably steep over there, too. Like it's moving, but it's not at the same time. It gets steep right at the peak. If I go around this rock here, probably gonna end up in trouble. I don't know why I'm not turning. Trying to turn this way. Just sliding. It's too steep to get on that side, I think. This is a dangerous game I'm playing. Alright, if I get up onto this side. Maybe I can go around that steeper hill. Huh. You know? just move the road over here. This is why I don't use vanilla trucks. Okay. Through the checkpoint we go. We made it! We did it, Ma! Wrong stick. Wow, what a terrible time. That took us way longer than it should have. If I just went there with a modded truck, I would have had this done and over with a long time ago. But, decided I wanted to be nostalgic about an old truck and give it a chance. And, yeah. It was not good. Wasted half of our fuel just on that one little section of journey. kind of crappy. Gotta say. Now you just gotta go down the scary bridge. Then after that, it's actually not too bad. This is where things can go wrong. Especially because we have a trailer loaded with fuel right behind us. Going down really steep hills. Really bad time. Fuck this. Okay. I think I have my thumbnail. That is sketchy. That is real sketchy. Off we go. Come on, truck. High gear. Go! Faster! This is high gear, by the way, for this thing. It's like, yeah. It's about... That's not even... That's like 12 mile an hour. If that gauge is to be believed. Okay, so now we're going to exit the same way we came in. I think. Or no, we're going to take this way. This is the way I should have took. Actually, we're going to take this muddy route. This is the way that I should have took earlier. Go! Keep the high speed. I can't turn! Turn! There we go. Nope. Losing traction, losing momentum. All that forward speed has now been turned into digging energy. Ugh. Now let's go. Oh, does this thing ever have a manual turbo? That's almost what that looks like on the stick shift there. Looks like a manual turbo behind there. Little handle you pull up. If people don't know, back in the day, I helped. I actually used to help my family member a lot when I was a kid doing mechanic stuff and whatnot. And he had an old rollback tow truck, and this thing was ancient. This thing is ancient. You know, it doesn't run anymore. He doesn't use it, but this thing can hold. This thing can tow 4 cars. It's an old rollback. So basically, you put 1 car on top of the cab, and then you put 2 on the back, and then you have a little lift thing to haul a 4th one behind it. Uh-oh. Can we get up this hill? We went up this hill before, but that we are also bobtailing, so. But yeah, in that old thing, it had a little handle that said turbo on it, right next to the stick shift, and because turbos used to be manual at way back in the day, they used to be a manual thing. So basically, when you needed more power, because the engine was struggling, you would pull up this little handle, and it would engage the turbo. Something like that. That's what I was told. I was told the simplified version because I was a kid, and I was told never to use it because when I was going to be driving it, it was going to be empty, and I wouldn't need the turbo. so I never touched it. But yeah, I was told that it's a manual turbo and you engage it. Oh, we might need a tow truck on the last little hurdle. Yeah, we're close enough. I'm gonna go get a truck to help us out here. Um, oops, I just pressed the wrong button. I'm actually. Let's employ a monster truck. Yeah, let's employ a monster truck to help. A short cab Chevy pickup. Got the Z71 off-road package on it, which is funny because it's a little tiny cab. It's a little single cab. These things can only fit 3 people or 4 people if you're brave enough. You can fit as many people as you want if you're brave enough. There's another sentence that needs context for your you can take on as many people as you want if you're brave enough. Yeah, putting 4 people in one of these cabs was I'm just moving on. Did I not put the brake on that? I could have swore I did. Otherwise it would have rolled away. Well, it would have rolled back down the hill when I switched. Let's go. Oh, look at the beast. I'm just pulling it. It's like either this little monster truck is a beast, or that's all that truck needed was a little bit of a helping hand, or both. I'm gonna say both. Come on, can't turn. Looks like we're attached to the exhaust. But we're attached to the little tow bar there. I actually have one that mine expands all the way out past the sides of the bumper, which makes it a little dangerous. But it's right there where I can't cut it off. Like, I would have to remove the bumper if I wanted to cut it shorter, type deal. Yeah, BB. I think it's got a weak horn. Might need to check that horn on that thing. That is funny though. It just took a little tiny short pickup with big old monster truck tires to help it get to the shop. Yeah, that should be big. This should be close enough. Park it back up over here. Oh hey, the boss decided to leave. Good. That's probably what I'd drive if I lived in this area. It's just a monster truck because that'd be the only thing that could get around the area easy. Especially as much, oop, that's the wrong one. Especially as much snow as this place probably gets. You would want a monster truck. Wait, we want to bring this over there. I just love the giant no smoking sign. I know you told me what it was for, but it's still funny. They really don't want you smoking over here. Uh, that was the longest mission of my life so far on this map. Just because of the truck, of course. Alright, we're gonna go sell this trailer. I don't want it. It's gonna let me keep it. See them tires like bending inwards. Oh, we got like no money apparently. Well then. I think that is going to be it for this episode of SnowRunner. Because we are at our critical 2-hour mark, as we normally go to. Um, we got some. That's a very. Yeah, I'm not getting. I didn't get any money for that, hardly. Holy crap. It's like a couple thousand. you're being you're being very frivolous with the money there. It's a joke. Don't worry about it. Yes, that is going to be it for this episode of SnowRunner, and on this map, the Guyette Expanse, made by just he likes to be called Mike, I guess. So we're just gonna say Mike. And yeah, I do hope you enjoy it. I know this game can get quite boring, especially that type of stuff. But I still hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.